2 weeks' time, or at least 2 weeks from this Saturday. Of course, the final jewel in the Triple Crown, and it's probably going to kind of be I don't want to call it the rubber match, because technically Sovereignty wasn't beaten by journalism, but I think that's going to be the main storyline as we do get closer. According to CBS Sports, they have 6 horses already put in, and they've given their odds for them. Sovereignty, the Derby winner, 8-5. Journalism, 9-5. Baez, 7-2. And then we drop a little bit in terms of the odds with Rodriguez, 6-1. Hill Road, 10-1. Heart of Honor, 20-1. I do believe those are CBS Sports. I believe they run their betting is Sportsline. That's their betting app. So I think those are the Sportsline apps. I don't think we have morning line odds on the Belmont, but just a little bit of an idea of what we're looking at. Obviously, still 2+ weeks away, but Raider Jim, some early thoughts as we start to focus on June 7th and the Belmont.
Yeah, one thing I saw today has 7 entries down because Gaskell is going to be in there. Yeah. So when you look at Gaskell, and we saw what Gaskell can do, minding his own business and just running a race, I would watch out for Gaskell, and I would like whatever number they give him on the morning line odds. But let me tell you, as good as journalism was, as good as Sovereignty ran the Derby, watch out for Baez. Baez is going to come out blazing, and I can't wait to see what happens if it's a nice track, if it's dry, if it's clear. Watch out for Baez and Rodriguez, who got pulled out of the Derby field. And Mike Smith was very disappointed about it. And he said, somebody asked him something about, is this your last shot at the Derby or your last shot at this? He goes, man, I'm not done. I'm far from done. So he's still got that competitive spirit in him. When he gets on board Rodriguez, who's a very fast horse, anything could happen. I think this could be the race of the Triple Crown races.
I agree. And it does kind of seem to usually end like that, because it seems like all the big hitters are like, okay, let's get ready for the Belmont. You don't kind of have the purse chasers. There are still going to be some horses in here that are just kind of chasing some purses, but not quite to the level of the Kentucky Derby. And I am completely lockstep with you. I think Baez, even right now, you were to sit here and be like 7-2 here. Across the board. Let's go. Turn the race on. Let's get it done. I don't even need to see anything else. I think Baez is going to be, while everyone is focused on Sovereignty versus journalism, Baez will be the one. And it's funny you brought up Gaskell, and that's awesome that he will be running in this race. Obviously, I know that it's absolutely impossible to do this, but I would love for, them to, the first quarter mile, or at least that first turn, they readjust the odds, because again, I really do think the pace is going to be very, very important. And I also don't think Gaskell is going to run away from people the way I don't think they're going to let him do that. Just from, what he was able to do in the Preakness. But again, I think when you have a horse like Gaskell that wants to just run from the start, it's going to force some other horses into some somewhat uncomfortable situations that they need to be in, or positions they need to be in. And that might change things. So keep an eye there. Obviously, still 2 weeks away. Once June gets rolling, that week, obviously, we'll be focused heavily on the Belmont when we definitely get a little more clarity on the field and the morning line odds. But definitely keeping an eye on the Belmont, just 2+ weeks away before we start focusing on that Breeders' Cup side of things over the summer.